So we're live this morning, just catching the rest of this morning's sunset. Started about 10 minutes ago. So I have the camera facing the sun right now. We're gonna hold it there and see what's happening because I was up, and again I saw it at exactly 6:11 a.m. and now it's rising. It's still a red color as it's moving up now above the city. And by the time everyone's up and awake, it's going to be very high up in the sky and it's going to be a different color. So I couldn't catch it yesterday because of the cloud coverage. There was absolutely nothing to see. What's up, Gaming with Shaz? Welcome to Wednesday morning. We're catching the sunrise over the city of Toronto today. I've seen it for a couple of weeks now, and I'm not convinced it is a real sunrise with a real sun. Yes, Clayton says fake is right. So we're looking at the city of Toronto. I probably can see if I can get a better view. Yeah, fake is right, says Clayton. Gaming with Shaz is here this morning. So let me see if I can get this pretty good vantage point we got from here. You can see the city of Toronto. You can also see my balcony just messing up the bottom of the shot. Let me see if I can fix that. Okay. Obviously, this is the sun there. Yeah, so I'm just going to make my tea. We're watching it right now, Mr. Galaxy Man. A very suspect looking sunrise for the past month here in Toronto. So I decided to film one to see what's going on. As you can see, the sun's already been appearing, reappearing, and is clearly moving higher up into the sky as everything else remains immovable and stationary. The only thing we see moving right now is the sun in the sky. The clouds look frozen right there as the sun is disappearing again. Yeah, so Mr. Galaxy Man is saying that he noticed several months ago a half hour had been removed from the day. So it's actually 8 hours have been removed from our day, and it's been over a decade now since we've lost that time. Time has been shortened. We went from having 24-hour days to 16-hour days. And now the time speeds up. We still show 24 hours per day, but it's actually 16 hours sped up to fit the 24-hour schedule, but it's no longer 24 hours. It's what was once considered 16 hours. It's in the Bible, it's prophecy. Time shall be shortened. Wow, so the sun is still this red color. Let me see if I can change the settings to make it appear different for you guys. Wow, look at that. So again, this is a live sunrise. It is 6:32 a.m. Wednesday, July 29th. And as you can see, that is the city of Toronto. So I'm up. I just made my tea. I wanted to do this yesterday, but the cloud cover made that not worthwhile. Wow, just look at it up there. That is not a giant ball of fire in space. That is an electronic, autonomous, AI-powered device that we have in our world now. Look at it. Just look at the way it's moved as it gets higher and higher above the city, as it comes closer towards us. So what's happening right now? It's moving up and forward towards us. So I've seen the path it takes every day for months now over me. I've known the sun has been fake since 2009. I have the videos on the channel to prove that. Wow. Yeah, look at it. It's definitely moving. What I should have done is did a time-lapse video, but I'm not setting up things for stuff that I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be able to see or not. So this morning I seen the sun coming over the city, so I jumped, grabbed the camera, and we're here live. Never even made my tea yet, but it's getting made now. Okay, Mr. Galaxy Man, so you're about to see what I'm seeing because the sun is coming towards you, right? So yeah, you can see the light, but eventually you're going to see it coming through the clouds, this red disc. That's exactly what I'm looking at right now. It is moving. The only thing on this earth that is moving right now is the sun in the sky. Everything else is firm, stable, and immovable on its foundations. No rotating, no spinning, no traveling at ridiculous speeds through endless space. Yeah, it's on its way towards you. So you still got an hour to go before you fully see it take over your city. So what we've seen in just the last 15 minutes, say, right? Let me see if I can point my finger at the screen. So the sun started somewhere over here. And it looked like it was like right above the city. But obviously it wasn't, because if you were right below the sun at that moment, it would have been up here in the sky. So it's always high up in the sky. But depending on how far away it is, it's going to look like it's lower, like it's rising, but it's not. It's coming towards us. The sun is moving towards us, not rising over the horizon. That's not what we have been seeing ever. We've never seen that. Yeah, we are in end times. Jesus told us to look for the signs in the skies. And I've been doing this my whole life. And here we are in 2026. And we have to do this now. We have to film every sunrise, every sunset, every full moon, every crescent moon, every half moon. We have to film all of this because nothing is making sense. And it's going to keep changing, and it's going to keep changing. In 2 years, the sun's going to be a different color. It's going to be doing a different route over the world. And everyone's going to be like, wait, it didn't used to do that. And then the system's going to gaslight us and be like, no, it always did. You were just too busy working. And then they're going to use their AI tools and technologies to manipulate the past, to make you see and believe that, oh, this history is the real history, and whatever you thought you saw is fake. Stevie Wonder says so much fakery in this world of illusion, but we can see through the illusion. Once you wake up to, something's focusing, look at that. Let me sort that out. Why is it doing that? I don't even go anywhere near the camera. So obviously something's happening with the sun that we can't see that the camera is picking up, right? So why would this camera, without me touching it, go out of focus like that, right? Because it's watching the sun, but the sun just changed or did something that went too far away to be able to see it with the naked eye. So the color is slowly looking different. It's gone from a red to orange to a yellow looking color now. Yeah, I've never done one of these before. Probably the earliest I've ever done a live, but I'm 100% focused on this mission, proving Bible prophecy, making sure we document and gather any information that we can, videos, pictures, AI chat scripts, anything. We need to start gathering because the world's about to change overnight, and it has AI to fake history that never even happened. And people are so consumed by their jobs and the bills that they pay, they will be gaslit into believing something that never happened because social media can push it and make it look like it did, generate the comments to back up the lie, the views, everything, the likes, easily manipulated, and people will believe it because you've been conditioned that way. Conditioning to accept the TV as like some form of a god or priest or pastor, that whatever the TV says, it's a given, especially if it's on a news network. Hi, real or not for real? Good day to you. Is asking, where are you filming from? Sorry, first time to your channel. So yeah, it's the first time I've been up this early. So the city we are looking at is Toronto, Canada. So if you look at the sun right now, that I'm saying is a fake sun simulated disk in our sky that is moving across the earth, it is right above the CN Tower right now. So North America's tallest freestanding tower, was the world's tallest until China and Dubai started building their towers. But this is Toronto, Canada. I've watched the sun now for the last 20 minutes, 30 minutes, move across the sky and change colors. Stevie Wonder has looked at the info on sun simulators a few years ago. I think there are patents for this type of technology. So I am the guy that's done several years of work on the sun simulators. Let me see if I can probably bring up the channel to show you the playlist of my sun simulator work of the European Space Agency's Proba 3 device. Good morning, KK. So let me see if I can bring up my YouTube. Let me just bring that up. As we're quickly watching this sunrise, let me just change. Okay, so we're watching the sun. I'm just bringing up my playlist here because people want to know if I know what I'm talking about when it comes to the sun and the sun simulator. So here's a playlist here called Fake Eclipse Sun Simulator Proba 3. Has over 31 videos, right? We've got thousands of views on multiple with the fake eclipse where they use the sun simulator, multiple of them. This video is from 7 years ago. Fake sun in the skies, sun simulator. We are in the end days. So this was filmed in 2019, this video. I believe in August, so it's going to switch over to 7 years next month. Fake sun simulator, Matthew 24:29. 7 years ago. April 8th eclipse, CERN eclipse, NASA, Satan. So I've covered anything to do with the eclipse, the full ritual, ancient Egyptian god ritual. We have mimicking a solar eclipse in space with ESA Solar Eclipse Maker, Proba 3. Proba 3, Eclipses on Demand, A Mission to Birth, The Beast of Revelation. Check out Proba 3. So we've got the playlist here. We've got lots of work covered on sun simulators. So the sun has moved again. It's moving right across the sky. So it started on the far left at a lower height, what appeared to be, but it's all due to perspective. I don't believe its height has changed. It's just moving towards us. So when it looked like it was right above Toronto, the sun was probably just passing over Montreal or New Brunswick or somewhere like that would take 15, 20 hours for us to drive to. That's where the sun was moving over from the East Coast, right? Because it's going to be moving west. So it's moving west across North America right now. So the East Coast is the first to see the sun. It would take me 8 hours to fly to Vancouver, but it's going to take the sun 3 hours to get there because the West Coast is 3 hours behind the East Coast. So what I'm looking at now is traveling towards Vancouver and is going to pass over there in a couple of hours' time. It's moving. Awesome. I've been watching the moon for years, but I think the sun is just as shady. I'm just not usually awake during hours the sun is out, and that's what they bank on. They rely on people being asleep, being distracted with work duties or breakfast duties, knowing that people aren't going to see the sun and focus on it the way we are at these early hours of the morning. And especially when the sun sets, people are busy. They're traveling home, they're going for dinner, they're doing anything but having the time and freedom to just sit and watch the sun through the biblical lens. Oh, my tea. Let me grab it. Yeah. Welcome to Wednesday. Watching the sunrise. Not going to be many more sunrises left of this summer as we move into August. And then back to school in September, which is autumn, the fall. Oh, you can see that it's starting to shine brighter now as it's getting super close to us. Yeah, it just like switched up the brightness. Like I know for a fact that anytime I look at the sun, I know that I am looking at one of Satan's devices in our skies. There's no space. If this thing was in space, what they call and show us is space, then we wouldn't see what we see on this earth. It wouldn't be lit the way it's lit. That's going into some form of focus again. That's because the sun is moving in the sky, and only the camera seems to be picking it up with its powerful lens. Yeah, let's talk about the sun. So I can tell you what I know to believe the sun is. Well, there's multiple suns now. So we need to figure out which sun we're talking about. So God created the heavenly luminaries to for the day, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. So it depends. Are we talking about the light source that God created, which is plasma or a hologram projection from the heavens? Um, but if it's a projection, either way, humans have found a way to be able to hijack God's projection of our holographic sun, plasma, whatever we're calling it. It's not a ball of fire. They found a way to create a device to cover God's sun and use their own sun simulators to have control over the day night cycle. That is called, yeah, that's some extreme power that the elites that run the world today have control over the day night cycle. They have control over the weather, right? They have control over the temperature. Yep. PK Mailbox says that God uses the best tech, better than NVIDIA chips, to holographically project a hovering luminary. Yeah, that's very well said. Yeah, real or not for real has been told ever since they were a kid to not look at the sun. Sounds like we have been getting programmed for decades and didn't even know it. Yeah, they always told us that you cannot look at the sky or the sun, you'll go blind. So people would have that fear instilled into them not to look at the sky because they didn't want us to remember what the real skies look like. So obviously there was some kind of fear propaganda to like, look, the sky is about to change. We've got our sun simulators ready for the new millennium. So these 90s kids are going to remember what the sun really looked like. So we need to get them to stop looking at the sky. We need to tell them that they'll go blind if they look at the sun or something like that. So we need to cover that up because the change could be very noticeable to those that are with the Father. He will show them. Mm. It's subliminal programming to control the masses. If everyone knew the truth, their defenses would crash down. Yeah, they'd have zero control. Thank you. Says exactly real or not. Look at this. So we're looking at a patent for the sun simulator. Look at it. F21S8006 solar simulators for testing photovoltaic panels. And the broader is mechanical engineering, lighting, heating, weapons, blasting, lighting, non-portable lighting devices, systems. There are vehicle lighting devices, specially adapted for vehicle exteriors. What we are looking at is a vehicle in the sky that is able to fly and move autonomously while lighting and heating, and it is also a weapon. In a solar simulator comprising a radiant energy source, combination refractive and reflective means for respectively projecting inner zone rays and collecting outer zone rays from said source. Don't let the messed up language confuse you. Basically, what they're trying to say is like, yeah, we have a vehicle in the sky that can light this whole earth. And it's all here. All I did was type in sun simulator and the pattern is here. Let's go to images. There's all the designs for this sun simulator pattern. Illumination system, including a virtual light source. So we are looking at a virtual light source, LEDs. It's an LED light. It's just a giant TV in the sky that shines bright. Sun simulator. Yeah. It's a drone vehicle with fusion technology following a programmed pathway. The ancients knew this technology, correct? It's the ancients, fallen angels, demons that taught modern man this way, how to deceive people, how to manipulate Bible prophecy. Thanks, Josh. Yeah, Luciferian manipulation by the elites in pursuit of their nefarious agenda. Exactly. If you look carefully, you can see the path trace, which is why people need to look, because not enough people are looking for these things. People just wake up in about another half hour or more and just go about their business. And by the time they get out of their places and get into their cars, you can see the sun is going to be way above their head. It's going to be pointless to look at. It's already shining too bright. Like the brightness has been turned up. So if you look at it, it's going to be like, oh, I need to squint. Don't look directly at the sun, right? But we're looking right at it for the last hour now. Yeah, let me know if you want to see more sunrise videos. And I'll make sure to document a few sunrises because things are very shady and suspicious with the weather, with the storms, with the chemtrails, with the sun, with the moon. Like I'm convinced that the sun and the moon that we see every night is the same simulator. So if you have a simulator, not only can it look like a sun in the sky, they could, program it to run a moon simulation as well. And, it's LED light. So I'm pretty sure that they could fake a crescent moon, half moon, full moon with the exact same sun simulator. They just turn down the power of the lighting and switch it over, turn down the heat because the moon's supposed to be a lesser light with a cold light, and the sun is a greater light with heat attached to it. Yeah, if you know any more information regarding the simulator, saying that it's very sophisticated, it probably runs on a Cray supercomputer. Like I've been talking about this for so long. This thing is powerful. It's basically like a computer in the sky. Whether the sun simulator is the computer in the sky that's name is 1331, or there's another computer that is just far greater that the sun is running within, right? Yeah, Elon Musk is part of the elite, but maybe just a front man. So PK Mailbox has clearly been looking into this and trying to find answers and make sense of a world with a society that is just completely bizarre right now, with all the characters involved. There goes one of my alarms. All right, 7 a.m. The sun is risen. We're not going to see anything more. We did see color change and position in the sky change. That's about it. So I'm off. I will be back later. I appreciate it if you guys all liked and commented on the video and shared it. Possibly, not really, it's nothing really to see, but definitely make sure you are subscribed to the channel so that you'll be able to see any more content that I post will show up in your feed. And if you have the notifications on, you'll get a notification whether I've just posted, whether I'm about to go online. So yeah, let's try and keep up to date with some likes and some subscriptions. It's free, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you very much.